Hey guys, so I wanted to do a flip through today of our Advent study. We have used Unwrapping the Greatest Gift for quite a few years now, and I know there's a couple of new variations of this, or at least one that has like a Christmas tree that folds up in the middle, but this is the same book we've had for years, and I tend to lock in on tradition. So while there are other great Advent studies, this is the one that we will probably just stick with forever. Because it is just so beautiful. When we read this book, we have a lot of memories. I also have this, The Greatest Gift, which I believe was the original book, and then she made one for family. These are both by Ann Voskamp, and I'm gonna give you a little flip through of this as well. Now, I am actually filming this the day I'm posting it because I don't usually bring our Christmas stuff down until after Thanksgiving. Last year, John and I made ornaments to go along with this to replace some of the ornaments that we had for a few years. And I will put I'm gonna have to just put a picture in here because the ornaments are not out of the box yet. They're just little hand-painted ornaments. We're not the best artists, but they are definitely gonna be a keepsake. And I'll put a link down below to the little wood slice pieces that we used. They fit perfectly in our little Advent calendar. And then it just makes a uniform tree. We have a Jessie tree that we keep in our schoolroom. It's just like a thin 6-foot tall tree, and that is the one that we only put these ornaments on, and we hang them up every evening. Later on during my Vlogmas, I'll be probably be sharing our Christmas evening routine, and I will show how we do this as a family. But I just wanted to give you a little peek inside this because you still have a couple of days before December 1st, and this is one of those December 1st through 25th type of deals. This is beautiful. Essentially, this goes through the whole story. It goes through not the whole Bible, but it goes through a lot of the Bible stories that your kids are probably familiar with, and it all ties into the coming of the Messiah, and it ends, of course, on Christmas Day with the birth of Christ. So I'm just gonna show you a peek inside of this, some of the beautiful illustrations. One of the things I really like about this is that it also gives you extension activities if you're interested in doing that. We actually have never done those activities, but if you're looking for something to do with your kids that makes it even more meaningful, that is a really great option as well. So, yeah, it starts here. Out of the stump of David's family will grow a shoot. Yes, a new branch bearing fruit from the old root. And that day, the heir to David's throne will be a banner of salvation. There's still Thanksgiving on my table, sorry. To all the world, the nations will rally to him, and the land where he lives will be a glorious place. So Isaiah 11:1 and 10. So, again, I've said before with flip throughs, I don't know enough about these copyright laws, so I don't want to show you every single page, but I'm going to go through enough that you can get a good feel for it and decide if this is something that would be useful to your family. So it starts here, and as far as the ornaments that we made, we just kind of follow the illustrations on each page, which are these, but if you get this book, they give you a code to print your own ornaments that are beautifully designed as well, so you can print those off and just print them like on cardstock and hang them up yourself. And then some places sell like beautiful handcrafted ornaments. Okay, so December 1st, the place where love grows. Got a verse at the top. Ann Voskamp's writing is gorgeous. I cry often when I'm reading this because she just weaves this beautiful story of grace and mercy and Christ into every single one of these stories, and it really is always just so beautiful. So what you'll do each day is you'll read this little reading, the passage of scripture, and then you read her little storytelling. And then in the back here, there's thoughts to discuss, which we do always discuss these thoughts. And then here are some the examples of the family activities right there. If I sound a little jumbled up, it's because my kids are being loud, but I'm not gonna ask them to stop playing just so I can film this video. So I don't always communicate clearly when I'm feeling a little mentally mixed up with my kids playing. Okay, so day 2, created by love. Again, another passage, and then some of her thoughts on it. And then that. So I'm gonna go through, let me just kind of pop back through. So you've got Noah's Ark back here, and it really does all work out with the Christmas story the way that she does it. You've got the 10 Commandments. There's my phone. Oh, the story of Rahab is a beautiful one. I love how she used this story to tell the Christmas story. Let me grab that. Okay, so let me flip through a few more. Just so pretty. And again, like as we've read through this over years and years, these little memories have become so precious to us. But even if it's just the first year you're reading this, I'm sure the beauty of her words will just really strike you. And you'll want to do this one again and again. So there's a little example of what this looks like on the inside. We absolutely adore this study. And I love Ann Voskamp's writing anyway. The other thing I wanted to show you is this, The Greatest Gift. Now, I don't do this with John every night, but last year I read it every night. It coordinates with this. And like I said, I believe she wrote this one after this. I think this was the first one she wrote. But this is just similar in the sense that you'll be reading the same scripture for the most part as the kids. And this is a great way to kind of prepare your heart. Like for me, what I do is I'll read this in the morning, and then by the time that we're doing the study with the kids, I have a kind of different perspective because I've been kind of meditating on it all day long, and it has a different meaning to me. So same reading, same scripture, and then another little passage written by her that pertains to the subject, but definitely more for adults. And so, like I said, it kind of gives you a good perspective. If you're looking for an Advent study for yourself, not even for your kids, I really highly recommend this one. It really gets you thinking deeply, and oftentimes I'll take little pieces of this and put it on my personal Facebook page, just because it always stops me in my tracks, especially in the busyness of the season. And then there's places to write, but I don't write in my books because I want to like preserve them forever. But maybe it would be a sweet way to journal through Christmas, keep a different, answer these questions. I'm sure you'd answer them differently every year. So there's that. And like I said, it's the same scripture and the same theme as the kids each day, but just a different perspective. So I hope that was helpful for those of you who are interested in seeing our Advent study. I have referenced this, Unwrapping the Greatest Gift, many times over the years, and I haven't done an official flip through. I've just shown you bits and pieces. So I hope that was helpful. There is one other Advent study that we're doing this year, but I actually just bought it on Audible, and I'll link it below. The book itself I think is $17, but the Audible is only $4, and I thought it would be a really great thing to put on each morning for my kids when they are eating breakfast. That one is called All Creation Waits, and that's a different perspective. Instead of just being like the story of Christ all the way through the Bible, that one is like a nature-themed Advent study. So every single day it talks about a different animal from the Northern Hemisphere and how they prepare for the cold and what they emerge into afterward. And then at the last day talks about, you know, obviously the birth of Christ coming in our darkness as well. So I thought I would just share that with you anyway, in case this isn't for you. That's another option that I expect that to be a beautiful one as well, but in its own way. So I wanted to mention that as well. Let me know in the comments below what some of your guys' favorite studies are this time of year, or your own personal studies. I would look forward to hearing about some new ones that maybe we haven't heard of. And I will see you guys very soon. I believe Sunday starts Vlogmas. Yes, Sunday. So I will see you guys then. Bye.